So, hey guys, hope you're having a great day so far. We're at the Bitcoin conference in Miami with Adam Lowe, the creator of Arculus, right? So, how you doing today, man?
Doing well, thank you. Glad to be here.
All right, that's great, man. So, I want to know a little bit about your background, right? Because I looked at Arculus and it's a great product, man. Got a lot of security features, a lot of things. I know your background is in security. So, would you tell me? I want to know what made you come up with this great idea.
Thanks. So, we came up with the idea. We've been in banking for a long time. So, we make premium payment products for people like American Express, Chase, Revolut, Gemini. So we make premium metal cards. Basically, if you have a metal card in your wallet, we
Oh,
make
okay,
it.
okay.
And, I come from both this payment space and from defense before that.
Oh,
So,
okay. That's
keeping
nice.
people safe
Oh,
is
yeah,
really important to
exactly.
me.
Exactly.
So, what we decided to do was, there were kind of two sets of people. There were people with crypto and Bitcoin on hot wallets and centralized exchanges, right? Not your keys, not your coins. So that's a problem. And then there were some hardware wallets that were secure but really hard to use. So we came up with the idea we wanted the ease of use of a centralized exchange with the security of a hardware wallet.
Okay.
So we decided to create Arculus. So we
Okay.
already knew how to do smart cards. They secure billions of banking cards around the world. So we took that technology, gave it some steroids, and then
Okay.
made it safe for people's private keys. So, we think it's really a game-changing product to put keys in people's hands in a safe and easy-to-use way.
Now, I was talking earlier about my early days in Bitcoin, right? Is that I used to generate the public and private keys in code.
Yeah, on the
And that's
command
how
line.
command line. That's how I used to store them on a text file. We've come a long way since
Oh,
then,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with these hardware and code hardware wallets that are coming out, the code storage devices. So, like I said, is that I'm great. I'm glad you guys are doing something because one of the biggest questions I have all the time is like people want to know where to store their Bitcoin, right? They know. Now, I want to know the difference, right? Is that a lot of people ask me this question: is it best to store on a cold storage or a hot wallet like Coinbase or wherever? So, what, in your opinion, what's the best place to store your crypto and why?
Sure. So I think the real answer, everybody tries to really push your own product. I think the real answer is a little bit of both,
Yeah.
right? If you're going to constantly trade and be transactional, keep a little bit of your Bitcoin on a hot wallet. It's okay, right?
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, if it's gone, it sucks, but it's not the end of the world. When you start really appreciating assets, like you get a good amount of Bitcoin,
Yeah.
it needs to be on a hardware wallet. It needs to be on cold storage, right?
Okay.
Because if that Bitcoin is on a centralized exchange, they have control over it at the end of the day.
Exactly.
If it's gone, you don't have control over it. They don't have to give it back. If they decide to blacklist some addresses, they
Yeah.
blacklist those addresses.
Yeah.
So you can't control where it goes. So that's why it's really important to own your own keys, because when you own your own keys, you have full control of your Bitcoin and you have full control over who has it and where it goes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. I like what you said there. It leads to another question, right? Is that people always ask me this question: what happens if my hardware device, let's say for example, I put it into a safe and my house burns down. Now, what's the safeguard against that?
Sure. So every time you generate a hardware wallet, an account in a hardware wallet, right, you generate a seed recovery phrase. And that seed recovery phrase should live inside a fireproof envelope, inside a safe, somewhere important. So personally for mine lives inside a fireproof envelope, inside a bank vault.
Okay.
Right? That's where I keep my recovery phrase. So, if your house burns down, your hardware device burns down, you go to the bank, you go to your attorney, wherever you're storing it,
Okay.
you get those 12 words, get a new Arculus card, restore your wallet, you're back in business in seconds.
Oh, okay. So that's what I like to hear because, like I said, the biggest concern is that if I put on this hard, if I forget the phrase or something, so there's a way to get it back, right?
Yeah, you get those 12 words, there is always a way to get back to your crypto in a secure way.
Okay, so let me ask you another question, right? And there was concern. I remember in the early days of hardware wallets, they said that you should only buy direct from the manufacturer. And why is that? Why do we have to be careful who we buy hardware wallets from?
Yeah, especially other people's hardware wallets. It can be challenging. People are worried about fakes. People
Exactly.
are worried about people injecting malware or middleware into it. With our product, it's a lot harder to do that. It's a locked smart card, so there's really nothing you can do.
What's malware? Because some people may not understand what that is. I want to make sure people understand what the dangers are of you have to trust who you buy these wallets from.
Sure, absolutely. So if you go buy other hardware wallets, which are some widget, right?
Yeah.
And people have gotten really screwed by this. So the ones that look like USB devices, they actually would create fake USB sticks that looked real on the outside, but on the inside had bad software. And people would essentially go through their fake process, give them information, and all their crypto was stolen.
So you deposit into somebody else's wallet.
Yeah, so
basically, right?
Basically, it was very unfortunate that this happened. So, that's why it is very important to buy direct from the manufacturer or their, authorized site. For us, you can buy at getarculus.com or you can buy on our Amazon web store. They're really the only two places that you can buy. Don't go on eBay. Never buy used, whether it's our product or somebody else's. I can get it half off. Yeah, don't do that.
That's one thing you shouldn't be cheap about, right?
No.
You can't be cheap about where you store your crypto.
Yeah, exactly. Like I like to say, we trust physical keys to the padlock on our homes. You should trust digital keys for your digital life. You don't want to cheap out on that.
Exactly.
So yeah, you should drive new direct from the manufacturer.
Now I need you guys to do something for me, right? I need you guys to ask questions, right? You're basically a genius right here who created a hardware wallet. Now you guys if you want to ask any questions, ask them. We got him here for a few more minutes. He has to run off to some other event. So let's see if we have any questions here. So we got one. If you can convince me to buy your product, I will give you my Ledger. I will give my Ledger code wallet to your son. Now, how would you answer that?
Sure. So the way I've answered this question a lot. One time is I'll race you. So in the time you're still turning it on, I'll be done.
Okay.
So that's one answer. It's truly ease of use, right? So there's a couple things I talk about with that. Our product has no tiny buttons. It has no tiny screens. It has no battery to run out, and it's not super complicated to use. And on top of that, we have a best-in-class secure element, the same type of secure element that's in a passport and banking cards. So, it has that banking card and passport level of security. So it's all of the ease of use of a hot wallet with the security of a premier hardware wallet.
All right. So we got another question. How much is the code wallet?
Sure. So the card retails for $99 US, which we think is very much in line with other hardware wallets on the market and is actually cheaper than some of the other alternatives.
Oh, okay. So we got any more questions here? Now we only got him a few more minutes. So how many different kinds of tokens can you store in the wallet?
Sure. So we have about 80% of the US market cap for crypto. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, huge amount of the ERC20 tokens, and we are adding more all the time. So by the end of this calendar year, we expect to have basically anything that you can want. And we know it's very important to our customers, and we are actively working on it. Two other things we're actively working on. One is an NFT viewer for the wallet. So if you send your NFTs to an address associated with the wallet, you'll be able to view them. So that's actively underway. And we're also adding Wallet Connect to the products.
All right. So somebody asked, what's the URL to buy the wallet? I'll put that in the comments after we're done. Do you have any special code or rebate code if we buy today? Anything like that?
We can. We'll give it to you afterwards, and we can put it in with the link. So we do
Okay.
have a couple active discount codes.
Okay, we'll get that out there. All right. So so that's a big thing right now. I think he's asking. So Kim Stevenson is saying, do you give commissions on any stored coins?
Oh, is he
I
asking
think
like a yield product, like a staking question?
Yield product, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't currently, and the reason we don't is you'll see a lot of platforms that just go do that. There's a lot of compliance regulations around that I think some people just ignore. We're backed by a large public company, right? So we have to be really careful, and everything Arculus does is in a very compliant way. So we're actively looking at it, but when we do it, we want to make sure it's done in a compliant and real way, not just an afterthought like some other platforms.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good, man. So anything else you want to add here? I know you're busy.
No.
I don't want to hold you too long.
Yeah, I think, one thing I do want to add is, despite being incredibly easy to use, the steps that you go through, right? So the product uses something you have, so you're tapping your Arculus card with your private keys, something you are, which is your biometric, and something you know, which is your PIN, which is why I always like to tell people, like, I can hand you my phone, I can hand you my Arculus card, you don't have my biometric, and you don't have my PIN. So it really is secured by kind of depth of defense, right? And we're really proud of that. We're really proud of how easy it is to use.
Let me find this. Do we have one anywhere so we can show people what it looks like?
I know we have a few laying around the booth. Let's see if I happen to have one in my pocket. Oh, we do.
Here we go. So there it is right there. Let's see.
So there is
nice
Arculus card. Thank you. And it is, premium metal form factor.
All right. So 2 more questions before we go. Is it only for iPhone?
No, it's for iPhone and Android. I personally use Android.
iPhone and Android. So is there any, somebody asked, there any affiliate programs?
You can contact our marketing department, and they will hook you up with the affiliate programs.
Okay. So you have a link for that I can put here also?
So if you go to getarculus.com and go down to the bottom of the page, it has the B2B, all the B2B links, and it'll put you in contact with our marketing team.
So that's a great way to make another income stream for you guys, is that you can join the affiliate program and make some money on this great product. So that's it. Like I said, you guys are always looking for new ways to make money. That's a way right there you can make some money by, suggesting something you already possibly could like to people that you already know. So can you use a Mac? So again, we got that. How does any altcoin get in touch with you to get that coin added?
Sure.
What's that process like, actually?
Sure. So we actually have had a few currencies / chains reach out and ask us to be added, and we've done that for a few people. So if you, again, reach out through the bottom of the page, there's a B2B link, and you can contact there. You can also find me on LinkedIn. If you have a business and want your altcoin added, reach out to me on LinkedIn. We can chat. If that altcoin is at ERC20, it's pretty easy for us to add, and we could get that done pretty quickly.
Oh, okay. All right. So like I said, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. We're going to put this video up for you guys to look at it later. So make sure you share it, suggest it to your friends, because this is some very, very powerful information here. And I hope you guys listen and pay attention. And like I said, thank you, Adam, for being here, and I really appreciate it, man.
All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Like that.